Morning all, and today we are going to start off with the jersey countdown once again. We're going to go from 340 to 331 today, which means we got 33 days worth of countdown left after this one, and about 35 days left until the season starts. So I like the way this lines up. Let's go ahead and get started. The Flames Heritage Classic is at number 340. Honestly, this is one of those jerseys that it took me a long time to find and get. I'm glad I have this in the collection. Really like the velvet on the C here. Well, not velvet, the felt on the V. Sorry, not velvet. But yeah, felt on the C. I think that's a nice touch. Overall, the jersey looks pretty good, as heritage jerseys go. This is a decent attempt by the Flames. I wouldn't mind seeing like some version of this done again at some point in the future. Of course, we have to get another outdoor game for Calgary, and that I think would be pretty fun as well. Number 339. This is a Carolina Hurricanes. This is a Reebok. This is an authentic. This is a Reebok Edge jersey. And yeah, I do like the flags around the bottom on this one. I like the way the shoulders are done as well. This, of course, being the old flag they used, which is actually a tropical storm flag. But I like this, and it shows that, again, I have the word mark for the Canes down much further than this one. I did prefer this one. I was actually kind of disappointed when they went to the Canes word mark on their jersey. I think this one's pretty good. Number 338, Buffalo Sabres. This is their old design, of course, which they've updated and they're using again, but the new one I have much higher than this one. The weird thing to me with Buffalo, I had to go back and verify. Remember when I got this jersey, I was like, wait, they used to have the Buffaloes on the shoulders too? Yeah, they did. And it is still bizarre to me that they have the Sabres logo here, and here. There's no difference between the three. But yeah, so 338, and I don't have anything bad to say about these jerseys because they are pretty good. It's just there's a lot here. Number 337 is a sweater. So the debate about whether or not it's a jersey or a sweater, bless those people that still want to have that argument and they can have it on their own. This to me is a sweater. This is your standard. I believe this is made with acrylic. It's not actual wool, but some of them can be actual wool. So either way, you got to be careful when handling these. But this is a Montreal Maroons. And you'll see here CCM Vintage. And I do like these. But again, to me, this is a sweater. This is sweater material. You would wear this around Christmas. They're heavy. It can be kind of scratchy because sweaters. And then the other ones are jerseys. That's the distinction that I make. But I know there's other people. Oh, they're all sweaters, which, all right, fine. But yeah, that's the difference for me. And this sweater comes in at this point on the countdown. But it is fun having Montreal Maroons. I haven't done like a history of the Maroons. That may be a thing that I need to make happen. Number 336. This is a Boston Bruins jersey. This is a 60s design. You'll see CCM right in here. This one was one of those ones that I kind of stumbled upon, bought as soon as I saw, and I haven't seen anywhere since. So this is one of those ones that, yeah, it was a rarity when I found it, and I haven't seen another one since I found this one. Like the neckline on it, and this is kind of very similar to the reverse retro they did, just with some just minor differences here and there, but the color the same, and so that's why it would confuse people. Like, wait, is that the reverse retro or not? It's not the reverse retro. This is the style they wore in the 60s. Number 335. This one ranks a little bit higher than some of the other ones that did the weird sleeves because I don't actually mind this one from the Ducks. And again, the Ducks logo, it took me a long time to warm up to it. It took a very long time. Past the point where they used this logo, actually. But I do like this design. I think it's all right. The striping here is fine. But again, the sleeves, this design for sleeves, California teams not named LA used that, although LA used that in the 80s, so, right? But yeah, not too shabby. And it is one of those jerseys that when I wear it, people will ask, did the Ducks ever actually wear that? Because it's kind of a forgotten one. And at some point in time, you'd think they'd have to do some sort of a throwback or appreciation for this. you'd think they'd have to. I mean, they did the Wild Wings, so they'd have to, right? Number 334, Colorado Avalanche. I had the blue one before. Now I've got the burgundy one in my hand here, striping around the bottom. This one I got on, I believe I got this one on eBay. I believe this was through a private seller on eBay. And I say private seller just that there's, like, I mean smaller seller through eBay. This one is, it feels big. It's a large. It's definitely bigger than a lot of the other ones I have, but I have this, and so yeah, I have all the Colorado jerseys, and this one sits at 334, so it's higher than a lot of the other word marks. I like the colors, I like the striping, and it's not too bad. Number 333, I got this one through Custom Throwback Jerseys, which I have a lot of jerseys from. Now, some of them are kit jerseys, so I'm not including them in the countdown. So a lot of them you won't see that I have in the collection. I can definitely discuss those when this series is done, though. But this one here, this is a Reebok. This is one of the ones that they have that's not any kind of a kit jersey. I do like this secondary, and I have a magnet with this secondary logo where I've had Coyotes fans ask, when did they ever use that? They used it as a secondary on this one. I like the running Coyote. I'm hoping that with them going back to the Kachina full time this season, that eventually this jersey comes back in some form. Odds are the striping would be different, but it is something that's different with the Arizona logo on it, and I don't mind it. Although it does kind of look like it's either sneezing or demonically possessed, one or the other. Either its eyes closed and it's sneezing, or its eye is white and it's demonically possessed, like Evil Dead style, but. And I'm sure there's drawbacks to that. But either way, Coyotes, and it's of course a Shane Doan. Because of course it is. We're back to the Ducks. So the Ducks in 332nd with this one. No shoulder patches on this. This is their first ever design. The thing that I always found weird with these was not only the diagonal stripes, but just the size of the stripe on this side here. It's absolutely huge. I always thought it would have been better if the logo was a little bigger and the stripes were a little bit smaller, but again, this is one I got through eBay when I was going through my I need to get the CCMs before they sell out phase. And especially since they were relatively cheap. And you can still find used CCMs cheap. But they're not as cheap as they were. Once CCM loses that contract, and much like the Reeboks too. The Reeboks were dirt cheap when Reebok was handed over to Adidas to run the NHL jerseys. And I picked up as many of those Reeboks as I could for $40. And now a lot of those jerseys you can't find anywhere. So, yeah, Ducks come in at this point, and this means that their original eggplant colored jersey is still upcoming. But we got the eggplant in here. I will credit them for being a team that worked eggplant into their color scheme. They do have that going for them. And rounding out this part of the countdown is the white version of the Buffalo jersey I showed you earlier. I do prefer this one. I prefer the shoulders on this one. Again, it's got the Sabres logo on both shoulders. But I much prefer what they're wearing now to what they wore here. The striping is very similar. All of it's, but the logo is so much nicer on the new ones. And apparently with the prime green jerseys, we may see a lot more texturing of logos, which is a really good idea. I wholeheartedly support that, but not all of them. You can't add texture to all of them, but some of them will get some texture to them. But yeah, Buffalo, I do like the jersey, and hope the team gets better soon, like really soon, because it's been a long time since this jersey was in the playoffs. So yeah, hopefully that changes soon. But there you go, Buffalo. You will see some Buffalo jerseys pretty high up in this countdown as well. So don't worry, Buffalo fans. I'm not eliminating all the Buffalo jerseys. Not quite yet. I have a lot of Buffalo jerseys. There was a point where Yvonne actually, on the old set, she found one of the Buffalo jerseys in our room. And she's like, I'll put it back on the rack. I know where it goes. And then she came back out. She said, you have a lot of Buffalo jerseys. And I was like, yeah. She's like, no, I didn't know you had that many. So Buffalo's had a lot of different looks over the years, and so they're going to show up on the countdown a lot because there's a lot to show. And this one rounds out this part of the countdown. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.